All right. Thanks everybody for hopping on tonight. My name is Chris Mailhoit. Today is March 12th. It is 8 p.m. Eastern time. And I'm really excited to be on here with you guys tonight. We're going to be talking a little bit about LifeVantage, a little bit about biohacking, a little bit about what I'm really passionate about is being a digital nomad and one of those laptop lifestyles. I'm sure you guys have seen plenty of people up on Instagram. Being able to take your dog with you wherever you want to go. Stuff like that is all great. Hold on a sec. The joys of working from home, right? At least just a dog for me, not a bunch of kids. I don't know how I'd be able to handle that. So, basically, this stuff's all great. So me being an entrepreneur, being able to work from home for the last few years has been absolutely amazing. I'm really excited to be able to do this, not only for me, and for my future, family, but also to be able to give back to everybody else, to be able to help the future entrepreneurs of our company and of the world, being able to do this together as a team and, being a freedom broker, being able to bring this freedom to people all around the world. So, just a little bit about me so you guys know why I'm here. I know this is traditionally Dondi and Marcy's webinar, but I am your host tonight. I've been part of their group for the last 7 years. I've been working with LifeVantage. I'm a Pro 5 in the company. I've seen a fair amount of success. I've been able to walk away from my job, and my job was in the restaurant industry. So I know Dr. Nettles, who's a chiropractor. Marcy was a police officer. I'm coming from a little bit more of a humble background. I was a bartender. I was hanging out, working in the restaurant industry, loving my life. I was having a good time, but there was a few things that I really wanted to change about that. First of all, if you guys know anybody that's in the restaurant world, there is no 401k. There is no retirement plan for somebody in the restaurant industry. So you're going to have to go out there and figure it out for yourself, essentially. Joys of roommates and dogs. So yeah, we're rocking this thing still. So basically, I was working in the restaurant industry, and for you guys that have done restaurants, I know Robbie was on here. He works at Fenway Park, which is awesome, but restaurants don't have holidays in terms of, getting the day off. There is no days off in restaurants. I spent a few years working at a hotel in the food and beverage department. I put in a 13-hour shift on Thanksgiving one year. It was absolutely insane. I've worked Christmases, New Year's Eves, Christmas Eves, St. Patty's Day that's coming up. All those holidays that you want to be off playing with your friends is just a busier day for me at work. And I was doing that all through my 20s. I was in my early 30s when I found this, and I was really looking for another option. I didn't think it was going to be network marketing. I actually had some friends that were talking to me about this for almost 2 years before I finally sat down and looked at it. But when I finally did, I saw this as being my escape. This is how I was going to get out of the daily grind of working at the bar, going in, being there for 10-hour shifts, and just really kind of suffering through life. We had a lot of fun, but we worked hard, and it was a very toxic lifestyle as well. I was staying up late. I was going out after work to the bars with my friends every night of the week. It just wasn't the best environment. And getting into not just network marketing, but also a health and wellness company has really helped me shift my life personally in tremendous ways. Exercising in the gym 5-6 days a week now, lost over 20-25 pounds. Quit smoking. Everybody knows most restaurant workers, the only break you get is when you go outside for a smoke break. So we all smoked in the restaurant industry. So I've been able to cut that out of my life. All of these things. And I'm just doing so much better now and having such a better time. So let's jump into this presentation. So we're talking about the gig economy here. So you're looking at the different options or kind of different things that are happening right now with the economy. People are using Uber. I drive Uber occasionally for a little extra money. There's Airbnb, another step into entrepreneurship. Somebody has an extra bedroom in their house or a house that they're not using at the time. They can use that to now go create an income with Airbnb. There's Facebook and being able to do social media, things like that. Wow, this is crazy. Maggie, you are being ridiculous. Can you please go lay down? This is awesome. So I love you guys are seeing this. Honestly, this is real life. This is not scripted. This is not fake stuff. This is legit. This is a business you build from home, and you're able to do it how you want. I love my dog, and if I had her out in the hall right now or in another room, she'd be screaming and yelling the entire time. So here she is. You guys can I'll give you guys a little glimpse at the end here. But you got Facebook. People are doing social media marketing. They're branding themselves. You know, personal branding is a huge thing right now. And then Amazon. Amazon is massive, and it is absolutely disrupting the entire economy right now. We have Toys R Us, Radio Shack, you know, all these different stores that are going out of business that have been in business for decades, right? And they're shutting down left and right because they cannot compete with Amazon. So when you're thinking about what you're going to do for your next gig or how you might be able to escape into another avenue, you know, getting into the internet sales world is a great option. That's where the future is going. Brick and mortar businesses are dying left and right. Now, what do we have here with LifeVantage? We don't just have another product that you might find on Amazon that's just another Me Too product. You know, you can go and buy all kinds of great stuff on there. But when you're talking about your health, you want to go to certain places. And especially with the trends right now in the healthcare industry, what we're all looking at is nutrigenomics. So nutrigenomics is, let's see if I can read this, the scientific study of the interaction of nutrition and genes, especially how they react regard to the prevention of treatment or disease. Now, that's a lot. You know, me being a bartender, I was great at mixing drinks. I did not understand all this science stuff out of the gate. Over the course of 7 years, I put a lot of it together. So what nutrigenomics is essentially using nutrition to help affect your body's genome, helping your body run more efficiently, utilizing herbs and science that we're able to get from these different plants that already exist. It's the same way that you might use, you know, snake venom to treat diseases. There's all the answers that we need, for the most part, out there in the natural world. And now with the progression of science, we're finding out how to utilize that to affect our own genome, all right? This is really, really exciting stuff. This is a very new science, and it is a very legitimate science. Go do some research on it personally. Go search it if you guys want. But this market is exploding right now. And if you see that number on the bottom right, $17 billion market by 2023. So that is absolutely, absolutely massive where this is going. So what do we have here at LifeVantage? This is the big difference between what we have and what is going on with a lot of other companies. Your body is hijacked, right? So taking over something, or I'm sorry, this is, you know, about biohacking. When something is hijacked, or, you know, the typical thought of something being hacked, it's being hijacked. So like a computer, planes could be hijacked, physically, emotionally, biochemically, toxins, EMF, phones. These are all things being hijacked. It's a negative connotation. When you're looking at biohacking, we're taking charge of our own biology in a positive means. So we're using, I can read the stuff off, but it's so much easier for me to just explain. Biohacking is using the natural compounds that are out there to hack your body's genome to make it run more efficiently. That's all we're doing. We're not changing, we're not supplementing anything. We're using the natural compounds that we can find in the world and using those to tweak your own body's genetics and allowing it to run more efficiently. It's really, really exciting science. Better than that, why don't we watch this real quick video that can explain a lot better than me. So this is a short video. It's about 2 minutes long. Just hang in here, watch this with us, and I will be right back.
Take a deep breath. Hold it. Now gently exhale. Ironically, while oxygen is necessary for all human life, it is also the element that is at the root of the aging process. That's because oxidative stress, which is a toxic level of reactive oxygen in your cells, is one of the primary causes of cell damage and the adverse effects of aging. It's almost as if your cells were slowly rusting from the inside. There's no stopping the process, but as with rust, there are ways to slow it down, to inhibit the aging process, and even reverse oxidative stress. It's called nutrigenomics, the science of using nutrition and naturally occurring compounds to affect gene behavior and attack the root causes of aging. Another root cause of aging is the depletion of mitochondria in your cells as you age. Mitochondria that are the powerhouses or engines of your cells. Nutrigenomics delivers a one-two punch that creates stronger cells that are better equipped to fight the effects of aging. by using the NRF2 pathway to help the body produce more antioxidants, and using the NRF1 pathway to boost mitochondrial production, which inhibits the aging process and increases the energy level in your cells. Aging is inevitable. The rust comes back. The engine loses some power. But now we don't have to take aging lying down. LifeVantage's study of nutrigenomics fights the root causes of aging to help people look and feel younger, naturally. LifeVantage, at the forefront of nutrigenomics.
All right, so what you're seeing there is a little bit of a snippet of some of the stuff that we have. Like we were saying in that video, LifeVantage is the forefront of nutrigenomics. This is that new technology that we're rolling out across multiple product lines. This stuff is amazing, and a lot of it is stuff that you might be able to replace that you're already currently using with a much better, more highly effective product. So starting off with Protandim Nerf 1 and Protandim Nerf 2, the $300 billion anti-aging trend that's going on right now, absolutely massive. $121 billion for the skincare market using our Nerf 2 activating skincare line. I'll get into the details of this stuff in a sec. Our hair care line, which we just launched, $85 billion market, right? The pet industry, and you guys know my dog is pretty important to me. We'll get into that pet tandem in a second, but it's a $67 billion market. The energy market, you guys are all familiar with Axio, Monster, Red Bull, coffee, all that stuff, $50 billion market. And then weight loss, $37 billion right there. And these are just some of our products that are out currently that we have a $600 billion market with a company that has just got so much room to expand and for you guys to be a part of. So if you're looking at this webinar tonight, when you're looking at somewhat from the product standpoint, you are invited to this. You want to learn a little bit about the products, see if this is a good fit for you to try something. Protandim Nerf 2 is the best starting point you can have. This product is our flagship product. ABC Primetime did a news piece on us back in 2005 that absolutely blew the world away. We'll get into the science in a second, but this is proven to lower oxidative stress by an average of 40% in 30 days. Now, what does that mean? Oxidative stress was another foreign term to me. Think of rusting. You put a piece of metal out in the yard. I'm from New England. We are just coming out of a long, hard winter here. And if I threw a piece of metal out in the yard, left it there all winter, I go back this spring and look at it, it's going to be rusted, right? That is the exact same process that's happening in your body. It's basically a chemical reaction that's happening from the oxygen in your body. And reducing that oxidative stress is the foundation of pretty much every known disease state out there, non-communicable, so diseases you can't catch from one another. It's the foundation of almost all those diseases. So by reducing that by 40%, what do you think that's going to do for your health? It supports natural and cellular repair and rejuvenation process, increases the median lifespan of male mice by 7%. Now let's stop and talk about that for just a quick second. One of the studies that we had come out by the National Institutes of Aging, not by us, a government organization, right? They spent 10 years studying this product and the ability to increase lifespan, right? This test was done with male mice, and this is the first all-natural product or compound. So not just products, but these natural ingredients themselves were also tested. The first time they ever found something that could increase lifespan, and they found in this 10-year study that it was by an average of 7%. Now, personally, I'll tell you, I want to live as long as humanly possible. I'm enjoying life. I love life. And not only do I want to live as long as possible, but I want to live it on my terms. I want to be healthy, be able to get out and go golfing, get out and go fishing, and things along those lines. If you can only afford one thing out of this entire package, all this different stuff I'm going to be talking about, the most important thing for your health is Protandim Nerf 2. I will stand behind that till the day that I die. Now look at the independent research that is out on this. When that video aired back in 2005, a lot of organizations from around the world, they saw that different universities, organizations like that, government organizations, they saw this and said, oh my God, if that is what it appears to be, we want to study it, right? So now we have had these studies start rolling out. We have 24 studies on what is known as PubMed. PubMed is the National Institute of Medicine online, run by the US government. You cannot pay to get stuff put on there. It is only peer-reviewed and published information. That's where doctors, researchers go to do basically their Googling, right? Google for doctors, learn about disease states, different products that are out there, things along those lines. So since that video aired, they started producing these studies. Ohio State, Harvard University, the American Heart Association, Louisiana State, Texas Tech, all these different ones. You can read them on the bottom. This is unheard of. You never, ever, ever are in a situation where you see a natural product. If you want to prove it to yourself, go search any product that you take, any supplement that you take on PubMed by name and see if you can find it on that website. You'd be hard pressed to find one that has any studies at all, never mind 24 studies that are out right now. And most of these, almost all of them being independent studies, not paid for by our company, not sponsored by our company, done completely on their own. So pretty awesome stuff. Like I said, it was featured on ABC News, NBC, the Wall Street Journal, because we're a publicly traded company on the NASDAQ. They were also featured us in the Wall Street Journal. Dr. Phil, Today Show. And one of the biggest things in terms of the business side of this, we have 7 US patents currently. When I first joined, we only had 4 patents, and this was 7 years ago. So when they find out that Protandim is able to do something else, we're able to layer another patent over it, which protects us for even longer. So in terms of business opportunity, you definitely want to get involved with something that you're looking at patents. So they came out with the next product, Protandim Nerf 1, that I'm going to go over as a sister product to the other Protandim I was just talking about. And this is all focused around energy. It upregulates your body's ability to produce healthier and more of your mitochondria. So definitely something I would do some research on as well. This is absolutely amazing. In terms of increasing your energy, this is increasing your cellular energy. And where do you get your energy from but from your cells? There is more and more stuff that I'm hearing in the last 6 months to a year about people looking for ways to boost their mitochondrial function. And wouldn't you know, we already have that here at LifeVantage. The next product we have, ProBio. This is a breakthrough in its own. I'm sure a lot of you guys who are in any sort of wellness, interest at all, right? You know about taking a probiotic. I, coming from the bar, didn't really know much about probiotics, but I started learning about them, really learning how important it was. Your gut is like your second brain, and keeping your gut healthy is probably one of the most important things in terms of your health. So what's really cool about our LifeVantage ProBio is that we have a special patented technology called BioTrack Wellmune. Maggie, go lay down. I can't wait to watch the recording of this, guys. Patented technology which allows this product to get all the way into your intestines. So most probiotics are actually getting destroyed by your stomach acids when they are taken orally, right? You also have to refrigerate them. You don't have to refrigerate this. But with the ability to take something that has this special coating, and they're like little balls, basically little marbles almost, and you take those orally, it's the size and then the shape and also the coating that goes around those that allows it to get all the way down into where it needs to get before they dissolve. And you can see the little graph right there. With BioTrack, you're getting a lot more of those probiotics that survive versus without. Omega. A lot of people also know about omegas. This is another new thing for me. But omegas and fish oils, as they're commonly known, support cognitive health, heart, skin health, and also a healthy immune system. So this is really important how this comes out, because we are really, with LifeVantage, it is our main goal to produce the highest quality products possible. And what I found really, really exciting about this is that we can actually trace 100% of these products back to the actual boat that they came off of. So not only is that proving the freshness and that they're cold pressed immediately for the ultimate freshness, right? but that's also showing you where they come from, because there's certain waters of the world that are better to get your fish oils or fish in general from than others, right? So that stuff is super important. And what's really cool about this is without the fish burps, because it's got a little lemon lime flavoring to it. It doesn't taste fishy at all. You can actually chew those up. And I know a lot of people that love the flavor and actually chew those up, which is kind of odd for a fish oil, but it's legit, and that's kind of how it is. So all those products together, they round out what is known as our vitality stack. That is the best place to get started in terms of biohacking for you. It comes in these handy little packets. You can see 2 of those floating there, the Omega Plus, the Protanum one. So it comes in a strip of packets. You just take them, you throw a couple in your purse, you throw a couple in your gym bag. You can take it when you're done working out at the gym. But the nice thing is you're not carrying around a bunch of bottles with you and having to deal with that. You can also get them in bottle form if you want. I prefer the little packets. They're awesome. It's super, super easy to make sure you take them all the time, because you can leave, a few in your gym bag, a few at home. You can kind of distribute them all around the house. It's kind of like I do, a little bit everywhere. So if I forget to take it in the morning, I can take it in the afternoon. And this stuff is really great. I've been taking the Vitality Stack and all the products since it came out. It's a big question a lot of people have is, do you take these products? Yes, I actually use all these products on a daily basis. Axio is probably the one I consume the most of, is your smart energy. Coming from the restaurant industry, I was the slave to Red Bull. We were drinking Red Bull all the time. We had an espresso machine at my work. I was making literally pint glasses of espresso for me and for all the cooks, just basically ODing on caffeine to get through the day. And what's amazing about Axio is, to put it very, very simply, it's miracle grow for your brain. So you can take this, you can drink 1 a day, you can drink multiple a day. It doesn't matter. It's giving you that little boost. It's giving you that clarity. It's giving you more focus. It's going to help you with your homework. It's going to help you with your workload. It's going to be a great thing that you can take before you go to the gym. All those things. It's low calorie, low carb, vegan, which is awesome. And it's BSCG approved as well. Now, I actually didn't touch on BSCG with the other products, but I'll touch on it real quick here. BSCG is Banned Substance Control Group, which means that these products are approved for collegiate, Olympic, and professional athletes. So we actually have a number of professional athletes using our Protanum products, Axio products, and it's really nice to know that they can take those and they're not going to fail a drug test. It's also very, very, very hard to get approved by the BSCG. I think there's only somewhere around 13 to 20 products that they actually approve. So that is a great thing as well. So that's just proving the cleanliness of the product. It is what it says that it is. It does what we say it does. And to have that emblem on our bottles is pretty amazing. There's also a decaf of that as well. So if you got some work to do at night, you can drink the decaf. Or even better, if you have young kids and they're having trouble with their homework, give them the decaf and it'll blow your mind. The next product system is Physique. And this is our weight loss system. This one as well, cutting edge. We have a couple different pieces of this. I'll start off with the fat burn. That's my favorite. I've been in the gym for the last couple of years, working really hard to try to get down the weight. And as you know, with guys, probably women too, I'll speak to myself because I'm a guy. We have kind of the love handle, the spare tire, or, everybody kind of knows it, the dad bod, right? This fat burn actually works to burn the visceral fat. So it's the fat in your gut that's surrounding your organs. So it's the really hard fat to burn off. And this kind of upregulates your body to feed off of that fat. So it actually turns that fat into energy. It's really, really cool how that works. And it's not a stimulant. So if you've taken any other fat burns, you might get jittery, you get all amped up. This doesn't do that to you. We got a prebiotic, which is also part of that as well. What's really cool with this is it helps kind of curb your appetite. And it's going to do a couple other things. You guys can read that stuff. And I'm just going to keep moving through to keep the time short. And then we have our protein shake. Really great tasting, vanilla flavored protein shake, 18 grams of protein. So you're going to get enough protein in it. If you want more protein, you can actually upregulate or add some peanut butter, different things to it, add some fruits to it. It's going to be low in calories as well. So if you're actually trying real hard to keep your calorie intake down, it's going to help you with that. And it's got less than a gram of sugar per serving, which is really, really awesome. A lot of protein shakes, if you actually stop and read the ingredients of them, they're not that great, and they're definitely not that good for you. And another product, this one is really pretty dear to my heart. When we first launched and I was with this company, we actually only had Protandim Nerf 2 and True Science Anti-Aging Cream, just one piece of this regimen. And they actually formulated this based off a study done on Protandim and skin cancer. And the company said, well, if we're having some great results like this with the internal version taking Protandim and this NRF2 activation, we should probably make a topical version of it, right? So what they did is they formulated our Protandim, our True Science Anti-Aging Cream. So that anti-aging cream is now been broken down into a full line. But essentially what this is doing is it's upregulating the cells in your face to heal themselves at a really high rate of speed. You can see the pictures down below. This is an amazing, amazing product. It's actually healing your skin. It's giving it the elasticity back. This isn't just something like a typical, anti-aging cream, right? That is just hydrating and moisturizing your skin. This is literally healing your skin. So you'd be really surprised what this product actually does. I've seen it used on burns, cuts, things along those lines. The healing properties of this are absolutely mind-blowing. So the last one I believe that we have to touch on is our True Science hair care system. Something that I actually use every day. As you guys see, shaved head, keep it pretty short. But something that I learned when we launched this is a lot of the shampoos and conditioners that are out there are actually really toxic. When you're putting a lot of toxic stuff on top of your head, your scalp actually absorbs these ingredients, the bad ingredients that are in your hair care, really, really, really quickly. I think it's like 7 times faster than other parts of your skin. So now if you think of putting a toxic, kind of dirty, chemical-filled shampoo on your hair every day, twice a day, what is that going to do to the health of your scalp, right? So what this does, on the Think Dirty app, which is a cool app, if you guys haven't heard of that before, go download that, check it out. Think Dirty actually rates common household products, whether it be consumables or stuff you're using to clean your house, on a rating of 1 through 10, I believe, on how clean they are. And we actually got a 2, a 1, and a 2 on all these products. We actually got rated, I think, 2 on all the products for our skincare line too, which is really awesome. So these are super clean. And what I really loved about this, I mean, I'm not using the shampoo and the conditioner for healthier looking hair, right? My mom loves it. My sister loves it. I sent a package down to my sister in South Carolina. She's obsessed with it. People are having great results with the shampoo and the conditioner. What I'm really loving is the scalp serum. That scalp serum is really focusing on the health of my scalp, and it's going to give me thicker and fuller hair. Now, that's what I'm hoping for, but I've actually seen some pretty great results on that. I've been using that for about 3 months, and I can definitely see that my hair, the hair that I have, is looking a lot healthier, and it's definitely something that I'm excited to see what the next 6 months do with that. And the last product for our dogs. So as you guys seen, my girl Maggie running around like crazy. She's actually 11 years old, and back when I joined LifeVantage, she had an injury that actually kind of laid her up for a little while. It was inflammation based, and she was having a hard time walking around. And right around the same time, the company released Protandim for dogs. I got it, immediately started giving it to her. I had already been giving her Protandim because Protandim actually is formulated, that NRF2 pathway is in all mammals. So people giving it to their horses, their dogs, their cats, different animals. Company came out with Protandim for dogs. It's chewable, and it's got some other ingredients that are really important to dogs. And lo and behold, a couple months into it, she started getting a lot better. Now, this is 6 years ago. She was not in the best condition. I don't want to get too much into the details. If you guys want to reach out to me on Facebook, I can tell you a little bit more about the story. But she's 11 years old and is jumping up and off this bed all the time, is chasing around the kittens in our house like she's crazy. As you can see, at 11 years old, she is full of energy. This product is mind-numbing. Now, a lot of people care more about their pets than they do about themselves. I've seen more people ordering Protandim for their horses and Protandim for their dogs that should probably be on these products themselves. And you know what? You're seeing amazing results. One really amazing thing with these animals and our products too is animals don't know what they're taking. She, as far as she knows, this is just a treat. It's a chewable treat, tastes like chicken, right? So she takes this, chomps it down. She doesn't know she's taking something that's good for her. and you start seeing the results. Now, if you have an older dog and you're curious on how well these products work, I would highly recommend getting a bottle of this, giving it to your dog, or maybe you got a neighbor with an older dog. Get a bottle, give it to them, or don't even tell them, start feeding it to them through the fence. You're going to see, I guarantee you, in a month, this dog is going to have so much more pep in its step, and it's going to really blow your mind. So all these products together is your complete system to biohack. You know, maybe you can't afford all these products right at once. I would start with the Vitality Stack personally. You're going to get free shipping on that. The hair care line, free shipping. The True Science line, free shipping. So we're offering free shipping on a lot of our bundles of a couple of different products together. But these are the essentials of what you need to biohack yourself and to biohack your body. If you're looking at this as a way to get healthier, to feel better, these are the things that you want to be incorporating into your daily lifestyle. A few prices for you here. $40 for Protanum on subscription. Subscription just means it's going to come every month like a magazine subscription, or like I order my dog food on subscription. It shows up at the house once a month for me. There's no problems with canceling it early. You don't have to deal with anything. All you got to do is go in and change your order or call up customer service. Very, very simple. The Vitality Stack, like I said, $150 a month, free shipping. You cannot beat that. And I'm sure that you can replace some other supplements that you're taking. That's probably going to cover most of that cost anyways. So definitely something you guys want to look at. I talked about this a little bit already. ABC Primetime, that news report that aired back in 2003 or 2005, really changed the game in terms of the science that we had coming out. We've been publicly traded since the very beginning. You can check out our stock history. Our stock in the last year has been exploding. We went from $3 up to around $15 in the last 12 months. If that's not a sign of a healthy company, I don't know what is. What's also awesome about being publicly traded is that you can go and look at our company's financials. Right now, we're doing about $200 million a year in sales. We are in position to be doing $1 billion a year in the next few years. We're increasing our expectations for what our sales are already this year. And that has mostly to do with what our corporate team is doing. We have a great corporate team. As you can see there, 100 years combined network marketing experience. And bringing these guys on board about 3 years ago has really shifted the direction of our company. We were a great company before. We had some really good things going for us. We are an extraordinary company today. The leadership that we have and the leadership we have coming into this company is just second to none right now. Some of the markets that we're in: USA, Japan, Mexico, China, Australia. You guys can read those off as quick as I can. On the bottom, we actually have our global customer program. These are some countries that were actually available for product purchase, but not for distributorships yet. And that's actually helping us to launch those countries. We're launching Spain, France, Italy, Ireland, I believe, are all coming out this summer. That's really, really exciting stuff. Launching new countries is amazing. This kid being the humble bartender, right? I have people in probably 5 or 6 different countries in my business. I'm doing an international presentation today with you guys with my dog in the background going crazy. This business is something everybody can do. It just takes the right mindset. It just takes really the desire to get out of the rut you're in and to go get something done, to do something about it. So the laptop lifestyle is really what this is all about. I run pretty much my entire business. Tonight I'm on my laptop. Very rarely do I even use my laptop anymore. I can run pretty much everything that I do right from my cell phone. We have an amazing app that gives you the ability to send product carts to customers, people who are looking to be customers. You can look into your back office. You can do all this different stuff right through our app. You can just go right to Safari on your phone and look up your back office that way. You can go to YouTube to send videos to people. I mean, you can do almost all this stuff right from your phone. And that's really amazing to me because I actually, being a single guy, I want to get out on the road. I don't need to be in New England for these winters anymore. So I'm actually planning on getting out of here for the winters, taking my business on the road. And who do you know, at 38 years old, very few people, I'm sure, that are actually going to be able to go snowbird, go south for the winter, come back in the summer, and live the life they want to live, right? It's pretty amazing stuff. And it all is through this app right here with our system duplicated website. You can see this is how you put your product order together. You can send this to this cart. There's a little button you can click to send that to somebody else. All they have to do is click on it, open it up. The cart's already populated with the products they were telling you they wanted to try. It's super simple, super easy. just as easy as ordering anything off Amazon, right? Super, super simple. Now let's look at some network marketing facts real quick. This industry, right, has been absolutely exploding. I'm sure you guys have seen, if you're on Facebook or social media at all, more and more and more people who are talking about this company and that company that they're working with. People are looking for this option. People are losing their jobs due to shifts in technology, right? They're trying to find other ways to go out and make money. And you can see this trend growing in the growth from 2011 through 2017 in network marketing as a whole. Globally, in billions of dollars, 158 billion in 2011 to 178 to 182 to the number that I can't see because my little picture's over it, but obviously more than 182, right? So we're seeing an explosive growth in this industry. We're looking at a company that has patented products, cutting edge, scientifically backed products, giving you the ability to be first. And a company like this is something that is absolutely amazing. So let's talk about the timing for a minute. When you're looking at any business opportunity, just like purchasing stock, are you going to go out and buy a bunch of Apple stock today, or would you rather bought it 10, 15, 20 years ago? Obviously, the answer is 10, 15, 20 years ago, right? Because the stock has gone up since then. When you're looking at business opportunities, you want to come in the sweet spot. You don't want to get in too early because the company hasn't been able to get out of debt. There's still some questions of longevity, right? There's some things that might be concerns. But you want to come in early enough so you're looking at a good company that's got some great potential growth going, a little bit of maybe a trend of growth over the years happening. And this bell curve that you're seeing right here shows you a little bit how that overlies with the growth of a company, right? So in the beginning, back when I first got started, those are the innovators, the people that saw this early, said, hey, you know what? I want to get in. I want to start running with this. I know I've never heard of it before, but I see the potential. I got to get involved. These are the innovators, the first 2.5%. It's like the people that bought the first iPhone that came out, right? You got the early adopters, the first 13.5%. This is where it's starting to get a little bit more mainstream. This is probably the iPhone 5, the iPhone 6, iPhone 7s are coming out. People are starting to get into them then. The early majority, this is to kind of round out the first half of that curve. That's 34%, right? Now we're seeing a huge uptick in growth, right? And then the late majority and then the laggards. So when you're looking at opportunities, you want to find a company that has got some things on its side. The trends, first of all, you want to see that the company's moving in line with the trends in society. You want to see that the company has got a good foundation, right? You can look at our financials, go check out our stock. We're doing, like I said, over $200 million annually right now. We are not a small company, but we're not a massive company yet. Great timing in that sense. And then also the amount of distributors. Right now, I'm from New England, so I'm a Boston fan. The entirety of all the distributors in the world would fit inside Fenway Park. Just for example, that's not a lot of people. There's other companies in our industry like Amway that have been around for decades, right? They're filling up entire football stadiums on the same day in different countries all around the world. Okay, so there's a huge, huge difference. They're doing anywhere from $12, $13 billion a year. That's where we're looking to go in the future. Now, we're still very small. That gives you a lot of potential. The other big difference is if you're walking down the street, say you live in Boston, like I live close to Boston. I walk down the street and I say, have you ever heard of Amway? Have you ever heard of Amway? You're going to hear yes, 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 yes. You ever heard of Mary Kay? Some of these other big companies, Herbalife, right? People are going to say yes. If you walk down the street and you say, have you ever heard of LifeVantage? You're going to be hard pressed to find somebody that's heard of LifeVantage. Now, in terms of building the business, do you want to go to a whole bunch of people that have already heard about your company and your opportunity? Or do you want to go into an area where not a lot of people have heard about it? It's the fishing analogy that I love to use all the time. I'm a huge fisherman. Would you rather fish in a pond that's full of fish, but there's 2,000 fishermen on the pond? Or would you rather fish on the same pond that's full of fish, but there's only like 30 fishermen there? Now, it's a pretty simple explanation, but basically, the less people that are out there doing it, the better the opportunity it is for you to capture the massive growth that's going to be coming in the future. It's a very, very simple concept when you start looking at it in those simple terms. So how do you get involved? Getting started with this business is essentially the same thing as having your own franchise, except for the cost is way, way, way lower. I like to call it a micro franchise. So with us, just like starting any business, there is an upfront cost. If you're going to go start a landscaping company, it's going to cost you thousands of dollars. If you're going to start a McDonald's or a Planet Fitness, it's going to cost you millions of dollars. With our company, you can get involved for anywhere from $300 up to $1,200. That's the entire cost. You don't have to buy that pack once a year. You don't have to buy it once every 10 years. You buy it once and you're done. So let's talk about the Platinum Pack here. That's $1,250. You're getting almost $2,000 worth of product. You guys can see all the product that's laid out right there. Not only are you getting a little bit of everything for yourself to try, you're also getting some stuff that you can sample in terms of like the Axio and the skincare. Let somebody borrow the skincare line for a couple of days, go pick it up. I bet you they're not going to want to give it back to you. And then some of the other products, you're just going to have a little extra, or you can retail some of it through your friends, right? So when you're looking at this business, you're spending $1,250 for an opportunity that has all of this stuff covered for you. The corporate team's awesome. The production's covered. Quality control's covered. Shipping's covered. Customer service, websites. I paid my first business that I was starting, I paid $600 for a coming soon page on a website. And that was it. No website, nothing. Just a picture said coming soon. It cost me $600. This was back in 2010, right? I spent as much as the gold pack and I got literally nothing for it. We never did anything with that business. The advertising, the marketing, legal, compliance, that stuff's taken for you. Accounting, they pay your people for you. You don't have to cut paychecks. You don't have any employees. You don't have to worry about any of that stuff. And the events and promotions are all set for you. If you guys can see up in the corner right there, that little check covering the window, I actually won a trip to Atlantis in the Bahamas through working my business. I didn't do anything special. I worked a little harder so I could win it, but I won, all expense paid, a trip for two for me and my business partner to go to the Bahamas for 4 days. I mean, how cool is that? I didn't have to pay pretty much a penny for the entire trip. They gave us room credit, everything. They absolutely spoiled us in that entire trip. So when you're looking at an opportunity, first things first, you want to know how to make your money back. It's very, very simple. If you enroll on the Platinum Pack and you enroll 3 of your friends, 3 people that you know, they all come in on the Platinum Pack as well. You enroll 3, you're in for free. You're actually going to get $400 for each of those people that are coming in. The other packs, it's the same percentage. You're getting 40% commissions on somebody that enrolls on that pack. So you have the ability to go and make your money back very, very quickly. I actually I'll be honest with you guys, I spent my rent money back in 2012 with 2 weeks left in the month on my pack. And I said, I don't want to miss this opportunity. Some of my other friends had seen it at the same time, and it was important for me to get in first, right? So I spent the money and I said, I'll figure it out. You know what I did? I went out and I started calling people. I said, hey, I got to show you something. Hey, I found something amazing. Hey, are you open to a new opportunity? I'm really excited. You got to check this out. What did I do? I went out and I enrolled 3 people before the end of the month. I got my money back and I was able to pay my rent on time. It can be that easy. You can use a credit card. You can put it on that. I don't recommend that. It's so easy to get the money back. Just, go sell a couple of things at a yard sale, get the money, and then go buy a new one after you make the money back. It can be very, very simple. I've made over 100 times in the last 7 years the money that I invested in that. That is absolutely astronomical to see 100% return on your money. So we get our weekly bonuses. You sell a product, you get paid. It's basically, you're doing a job, you get paid. That's linear income. The monthly income is where this is really exciting. You do work, you start to grow a team, and all of the orders that go through your business on a monthly basis, those pay you royalty commissions. So just as if you went and created an album or you went and you wrote a book, every month when all those products ship, you get paid by the company that is promoting it for you, right? So this is the exact same thing. You start building a business, you start talking to one person and then to 2 and then to 3, and then you start helping them talk to more people. Everybody is consuming because we have products that run on monthly orders, monthly subscriptions. It runs out every single month, right? And those products, as they're consumed monthly, are going to pay you royalty commissions. You're getting an average of 5% of all the volume that's running through your business. You get paid that check on the 15th of every single month. It is really amazing as you start to move through the ranks in this business. My first goal, honestly, was to pay my cell phone bill with this business on my residual income. I accomplished that. the way I looked at it, if I only got to the point where I was able to pay my cell phone bill monthly, I literally had a free cell phone for life. That's one way to think of it, right? And then I added another bill to it, my car payment, and then my car payment and my insurance. And then eventually I was able to add my rent to it. And then I was able to literally pay all of my bills and have money left over. So now my monthly residual check comes in. I can literally go out, pay all my bills, take the leftovers, invest it, spend it, do whatever I want. And then, if I have to go and work a little bit extra on the side just to make a little extra money to travel, who cares? I literally just paid all my bills in one day with one check that came in from work I did 7 years ago. If that's not cool, I don't know what is. There's a bunch of other bonuses that are involved in this. We pay 7 different ways. One way is really cool. When you hit Pro 7 in the company, they actually give you keys entitled to a brand new Jeep, or you can take a $25,000 check if you don't want a Jeep. I think Jeep's pretty cool. I'll take a fresh Jeep. There is generational matching bonus. So that basically it solves a big problem. So as people come into the business, you'd say, well, what incentivizes me besides, growing your business, obviously, to help these people? Well, the company's actually matching you 5 levels down on the commissions that you help your team make. So as you grow this business, you're getting, on top of your royalty commissions, you're getting a matching bonus that goes along with that as well. Some of that stuff is a little confusing. It took me a little while to figure out, but just know that we pay you very well. Essentially, the way that it works is about every 50 cents that comes in for product sales gets paid out every 50%. It's actually 47% technically is paid out to the field, and then 53% goes to corporate. So every bottle, everything that gets sold, that cut's coming back to you and to your team, which is pretty amazing. So even easier than explaining all that stuff, right, is you can just look at this chart. Because we're publicly traded, every year we have to release one of these income statements, right? So what you can do, and look at this, and you guys can't see my finger here, but the monthly average income by rank. So on the far left is your ranks. That third column in, the monthly average, is the average commissions paid by rank. So what you can do is look at that column and say to yourself, what would it be worth for me to do this? How much would you have to make monthly for this to be worth your while? Figure out that number, get back to who talked to you about this, and say, if I were to do this, I'd have to make $2,000 a month. I have to make $2,500 a month, be the Pro 5 rank. They can then help you devise a plan on how to get to Pro 5. What's really cool is making an extra $500 a month is literally enough to change a family's household income and life forever. Just that extra $580, that rank of Pro 3, is very achievable to hit in the matter of a couple of months. Like I said, bartender, never had done this before. In a few months, I was able to get to Pro 3. The average commissions for a Pro 3, $580. Now, if you had that coming in every month, that's not quite a mortgage payment, right? But that's your car payment and insurance probably. That's a pretty nice car and insurance. That's all taken care of forever. What would another car in the household be? What would it be to be able to pay for daycare? All these different things. And then if you're really talking about big money and you want to know how much the real potential is, look at the Executive Master Pro 10 rank down the bottom, $110,000 a month. That is outrageous. That's a lot of money, and it's very, very possible. We have, I think, 4 or 5 Executive Master Pro 10s at this point. Not a lot, but it's because we're a young company. For us to be a $1 billion company, we're going to have hundreds of Pro 10s. We're going to have thousands upon thousands of Pro 7s, Elite Pro 7s. We have, I think, around 300 to 500 Elite Pro 7s in the company right now. So there is plenty of time for you guys to get in, get involved, and to run through these ranks. Now, this kind of sums it all up for you guys. This is what I really like to talk to people about when I'm out talking to people to grow my business. There's 2 ways to look at life. There's traditionally going through the regular 40 to 50 life plan. That's what they call it on here. So what do? You work the first 20 years of your life getting through school. You go to junior high, you go to high school, you go to college, you graduate. And what do you do after you graduate? You go and you work for the next 40 to 50 years. Hopefully you're able to save enough money in that time frame so that at the end of that, if you're lucky enough to live 40 to 50 years, and I'm sure we all know a few people that have died prematurely. I have friends literally recently that have passed away at young ages. It's not a guarantee that you're going to get to 60, right? So why not live earlier? And then at the end, on that 40 to 50 year plan, those last few years, that's where you get to travel. That's where you get, that retirement, right? That lifestyle that you want to live. When I saw this, I said, I was 31 years old when I got started with this. I said, all right, I worked through school the first 20 years. I spent the next 10 years going through college, trying to figure out life, bartending. And I said, all right, if I can do this, and in the next 10 years, 5 to 10 years, I can figure this thing out, and I can get into the elite ranks of this company, and I could make $10,000 a month, mailbox money. This is coming to you. You don't have to go to work every day. You're able to go and work from your car, work from the road, work from a Starbucks. Then you can live the rest of your life the way that you want to live. Why wouldn't you want to do that? The problem is that too many people don't understand that this is a possibility. It's a pipe dream to everybody. And unfortunately, not enough people know that this actually exists. This laptop lifestyle is exploding right now. Everybody is looking for a way to be able to go to Bali and work from their cell phone, right? This is your means of doing it. With LifeVantage, you can put in the next 5 to 10 years. Like I said, 7 years. I've already been working from home full time pretty much for the last 2 years. And then next 3 years, I'm going to be doing even better. I've been able to live. I'll be 40 years old. I'll be able to live the rest of my life doing what I want, traveling, playing golf, making decisions for myself and my family that I wouldn't be otherwise able to make. So that stuff I just cannot stress it enough to you. Never depend on a single income. Make an investment of time and effort to create a second source. This is what we got here. You keep working your job. You don't just go quit your job. You start building your business, and it gives you stability. My mom started working this business with me. She was one of my first enrollments. It was 2 years later. What happened? She got laid off from her job. She didn't see it coming. She had no clue. They gave her, I think, maybe a month's notice, and she was done. She had no more income. But over the course of those first couple of years, she was able to build up her business to Pro 4. If you guys want to rewind and look at what the average Pro 4 is making, she was making about $1,000 a month from LifeVantage, right? She was able to save her house. Not only was she able to save her house, she was able to find another job without freaking out, getting all stressed out. She still had this money coming in, and now they bought their dream house on a lake, and they're moving to the lake life now, moving forward, which is pretty exciting stuff. So this is some of the charities that we work with LifeVantage. They're absolutely amazing. Families Helping Families, we've been building. Seriously? She's crazy. Families Helping Families. Love that you guys are still on here and being patient with her. Has been building family houses down in Mexico. We've been doing that for the last 5 or 6 years. We've built, I don't know, probably 50 or so houses down in Mexico for people through all of our donations. And we actually fly down there. The distributors fly down there to help build those houses. So we're also giving back as well. So that wraps it up, guys. Enough dog antics for you. Enough craziness going on. But what I want you guys to know is this is possible. This is something that you guys can do. Like I said, I had 0 business experience. I was going through school. I was bartending. I wasn't a doctor. I wasn't anything special. All I had was some desire, some drive, and a dream and a vision of what I could do with it, right? So each one of you that are on here, if you're a guest, you were invited by somebody. What I want you to do, what I would ask you to do, is to go back to them and let them know on a scale of 1 to 10, where do you see this fitting into your life? Could you see yourself maybe as a product consumer? You want to try the products first? That's awesome. I think everybody should at least try the products first. Do you see yourself as a distributor potentially? Are you a 5 maybe? You kind of, it looks cool, but that kid was kind of weird. His dog was running around. It was crazy. There's other presentations out there that are a little bit more professional. But what I want you guys to know is let them know on a scale of 1 to 10 where you're at, 10 being ready to sign up today, 1, I'm not interested at all. Let them know, because it makes the conversation a lot easier. Just be upfront with them and let them know where you're at. But this is something that's changed my life. It's also changed my family's life. Like I said, my mom's a distributor with me as well. My grandparents are in their 90s. They've been on these products for the last 7 years. They're doing phenomenal. It's literally changing lives. So thank you guys for hopping on tonight. I really appreciate you. I appreciate everybody in LifeVantage. And I hope you guys have a great night. hopefully see you guys soon.